Dear Policymaker,
Dear policymakers,
Dear Policymaker,
Dear Policymaker,
getting youth involved in decision making isn't just about being inclusive. It's about acknowledging that youth are contributing members of society. It's about giving them a platform to speak and for their voices to be heard.
policies are meant to be implemented for the next 10 to 20 years. And so the ones who are affected by the policies that you draft are us. If policymakers actually took the time to work with people around our age, then they know or they can determine or project the success rate of their policies.
well, I think the one thing I want policymakers to know is that really, honestly and truly, the world that we are growing up in and the world that we are living in is super different from the world that you guys grew up in. And I think that, living in this world today with all the technology and the internet and everything, like growing up like this is really different, and we want you to trust us and trust our experiences when you make your policy, because this should inform how we move forward and how we build things to make the future better.
I wish Policymaker would know working with youth is not as scary or as challenging as you think it is, because a lot of youth is actually quite open to share what they want and actually very willing to share what they can or have in their mind with all these fresh ideas and perspective that most of the time adults would have different thinking about it, and I think it's bringing these fresh ideas and jam it together to form a very responsive and program for the youth or relating to youth.
Social media is your best friend if you want to engage with young people. Most of us are on social media. I get all my news and I get all my input about policy on social media. Believe it or not, Twitter is actually a great platform if you want to engage with young people. And I think that if we had more polls and surveys and whatnot, just simple ones, able to engage a lot of young people and you could get their input, videos, YouTube, for instance, even Facebook are actually great mediums to get messages out and get people engaged with policy making.
That some of the best ways to engage youth in terms of creating policy is to really bring them on board, right? So have them with you as part of the entire process, and really be genuinely interested in what we have to say and how we think that policy can change. Our ideas might be radical and a little bit crazy, but there's probably something really interesting in there. And so really, I think we're looking for real partnerships with adults who take us seriously and who really believe that we have really interesting and valuable things to add.
To me, youth engagement in policy making not only involves youth participating, but it involves developing their capacity in regards to policy making so that this youth can make more meaningful and impactful contributions when it comes to developing policies.
I think the best way for the policymakers to engage with youth is really lay down very clear responsibilities and goals for or expectation for the youth to be involved. So youth usually needs a lot more guidance than adults, and most of the time adults has the wisdom to guide the youth as well. So with that relationship in a mentorship way, adults could pick up something from the youth at some point, and also it's most beneficial for the youth to grow in a very systematic way where they can see that progress.
I know it's a two-way process. Even young people have to pay attention and show interest to engage with policymakers in order to make this a successful venture. But I feel that policy making and policymakers can make a greater effort to speak in a language that is suitable and in the way it creates effective communication with millennials so that we could get greater output and therefore create greater policies that are rewarding for everyone.